What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. Today, I'm diving into an older beer that I had back in 2018, but I haven't had it since that moment in time, guys. So it's going to be another Arvon beer. And again, I haven't seen this around in a while, so I thought I would take another chance at it, another reach, and want to sip on it and see what it's about. Will I still like it all these years later? Because guys, I loved Arvon. Back in like 2018, I had a bunch on tap at Seven Monks in Traverse City. Fell in love with them. That was during the haze craze, the M43 haze craze in Michigan. Arvon was sticking out in the crowd, and it's amazing that they've come this far and they're still doing amazing beers. But this was like one of the original beers that they brewed. So this is DeTour Reef. This is an India Pale Ale IPA. Clocking in at 7.9%. Part of their Lighthouse series. It's a New England style IPA with just Citra hops. So that OG Citra, I don't know, the new G Citra, I'm not sure. Sometimes it feels like beers have too much Citra in them now, but we've gotten so accustomed. Our palates have changed. We love Citra hops, and I won't lie, I'm still a big fan of Citra. So we'll see if I enjoy this one as much as I did back then. I looked on tap. I think I gave it like a 4.25 out of 5. No real description. Just said it was really good. So again, now it's 2023. What will I think of this? This was canned on August 28th, 23. So it's not the freshest Arvon I've had. Today's October 1st, time of recording, so at least a month old here. So let's dive in, see what we're working with. So boom, hop explosion everywhere. Let's go to a pour. Yep, she is indeed hazy. Man, got a lot of liquid slippage, as I like to call it, liquid slippage. So guys, not as dark as some of the others. Man, what is going on with this can? Do I not know how to pour a beer? It's like pouring like it's thick as sludge. I don't know. It's just weird the way it's pouring out. Yeah, look at this thing. Are you kidding me? Look at the head on this. And that is that light OJ in a glass, man. Wow, look at this head sitting on top. That head retention's outrageous. Beautiful looking beer in the glass. I can already smell it. It's just like it's dry hopped goodness. I smell tropical fruit. I smell, man, green hop, oranges. It smells great, and my nose hasn't even chewed the beer yet, so let me get a closer whiff. Man, candied peach, just sugary candied peach, fresh navel oranges, a little bit of grapefruit, tons of peach. I just get more peach the more I smell it. Maybe some juicy mango. It smells like a freaking juice bomb, like in the kindest way possible. So juicy, so fresh, even being over a month old. It smells just like it's just been brewed, just been put together. Man, does that smell tasty. See, it reminds me of why I like Citra so much, at least back in the day. When you had Citra, it was like a freaking treat, but it seems like Citra has changed over the years. Like I think of Citra back in the day would be like Zombie Dust. One of the best beers, IPA-wise, back in the day, but this doesn't smell like zombie dust. It's just a whole new version of Citra, in my opinion. Just brighter, citrusy, tropical, stone fruity. Just smells amazing. So, I don't know, guys. I'm not going to talk any longer. Let's dive in. It's DeTour Reef. Again, had this back in 2018. Not sure I've had it since, so let's review it. Cheers. Wowzer. That is smooth. And I could tell by the head retention, that creamy layer sitting on top, which still is not going away. That is one of the softest New England styles I've had in a while, even from Arvon. The soft, creamy, decadent mouthfeel. Just orange juice in a glass with this sugary peach. Just peach and mangoes and pineapples and papayas, not the skin of the fruit. It's the flesh, the juicy flesh of the fruit. It's all there, man. Soft white bread through the middle, with some sweet honey. It has nice bitterness on the back end, but it's not as sharp, not as accented as some of the newer Arvon offerings. Typically, it'd be a little bit drier, a little bit more bitter. This one's a little bit more to the softer end of the spectrum. A little bit more of the juicy fruit, a little bit less of the harsh balancing of bitterness on the back end, but don't get it twisted. Still a beer with good balance. It's just creamier and softer. That middle marshmallowy mouthfeel, really just softening the hops up. Just putting a crazy accent on the Citra hops. They just come across in a more decadent way, the way it's laid out with this mouthfeel. So, yeah, this is really good. It's a little bit green. Like it's got a little bit of that hop burn still because I think there's so much Citra hops in here. It comes across like it saturates your palate. It kind of wets the whistle there. And that like piney honey, pine resin / hop burn kind of sets in a little bit, but it's had time to marinate in the can, so I feel like there'd be more of a hop bite and herbaceousness maybe if this was like a few days old or even like a week or two old. But it seems like that hop burn that sometimes Arvon has, it's settled down. It's not as astringent on the palate, but there is no alcohol warming. There is no detection of alcohol on this at 7.9%, which is not a small beer by any means. But I mean, honestly, the more I sip it, my palate adjusts. The juicy fruit kind of gets out of there, and it leans more towards the bitterness and the pine on the back end. So yes, it is a balanced beer. It's not just fruit juice, but I will say one of the juicier Arvons you're going to get most likely. The way that this beer is coming across, it's just really well laid out, and it's still got very nice balance on the back end. So where do I sit with this one, guys? It's still really tasty all these years later. So did I freak out when I first drank it? Probably, because I was still getting used to the haze game. But it's 2023. This is still one of the best New England styles you're going to find on the market. Just, that's the facts. Yeah, and then there it is. The bitterness still catching back up to my palate. So it's an Arvon beer, man. They bring that bitterness, they bring the pine, they bring the balance and dryness on the back end. Yes, it's sweeter in the front and middle, but again, Arvon known for bringing that heat on the back end, if you would say it that way. They're bringing the bitterness and the pine resin and the balance, and this one indeed has it. So amazingly good, still very drinkable, still one of the best NEPAs you're going to find on the market straight up. So rating, I'm sticking with what I did a long time ago, guys. 4.25 out of 5. It's a great Arvon offering. That was an original recipe probably from 2017, 2018. So still really good in 2023. As I burp, I get that hot bite coming up. So yeah, that's where I sit today, guys. Thank you for being here. It's the DeTour Reef. I'm Dan, over and out. Cheers.